We begin tonight at 6 with new details about the final months in the life of Colts owner Jim Irsay.
Today we read through a 15-page exclusive report by the Washington Post. Our Samantha Johnson combed through the new details today and joins us now in studio with what she learned.
I talked to one of the reporters who worked on this article. He says this really all started with Irsay's death certificate, and he says some people believe a California doctor may have contributed to his death. All of this coming from 5 anonymous people who say they were close to Jim Irsay, who spoke to that Washington Post reporter. Take a look. The face of football in Indianapolis, Jim Irsay, died in May at the Beverly Hills Hotel. His death ruled cardiac arrest caused by pneumonia.
There was no autopsy or toxicology workup, which we found unusual and odd given Mr. Irsay's substance abuse history.
Will Hobson is one of 3 Washington Post reporters looking into Irsay's death. Irsay often talked publicly about his battles with substance use, and Hobson now tells me he talked to 5 people close to Irsay who confirmed he had relapsed.
And that in addition to opioid pills, he'd been getting ketamine.
According to the Post, sources say the drugs came from a prominent addiction specialist in California.
They believed that among the doctors Mr. Irsay consulted, Dr. Haratunian would give him the more dangerous opioid pills that fueled his addiction.
In fact, the Post cites 3 overdoses in the last 5 years of Irsay's life.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
One in 2020, another in December 2023 at his home in Carmel.
He's breathing, but he's bluish in color.
And another in Florida just 12 days later, according to the Post.
People we spoke with say he really was never the same again.
The Colts told 13 News at the time Irsay was being treated for a severe respiratory illness.
The Colts misled the public about what was going on with Mr. Irsay over the last 2 years of his life, and the manner in which the team handled his death allows for the possibility that it wasn't sufficiently investigated.
What questions still remain? What's still unanswered in all of this?
If Mr. Irsay truly died of cardiac arrest caused by pneumonia, as the death certificate indicates, and if the treatment he received from this doctor over the last 2 years of his life played a role.
The Colts giving 13 News a statement Thursday, reading in part, quote, "Our focus remains on honoring our dad's legacy, his decades of philanthropy, his loyalty to the Colts and its fans, and his passion for mental health advocacy, music, and second chances."
The people who are telling us about his relapse, they all loved him too, and they believe this doctor played a role in his death.
Jim Irsay was 65 years old. Now, I did talk to Beverly Hills Police about 45 minutes ago. They tell me their investigation into Irsay's death is closed. They say there are no open investigations into that death nor into the treatment he received before his death. I also did call that doctor's office today. I did not hear back.
And later tonight, you'll put the entire interview with this Washington Post reporter on our website, right?
Yeah, we had a good conversation,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes just about this article and about his findings, and we'll have that for you later this evening on WTHR Plus and on our website.
All right, Sam, thanks so much.
This is interesting. In just the next week that the Indianapolis Colts plan to be honoring Jim with the Ring of Honor at the game on September 7th. His dad was the inaugural member of that group, and so their tributes to him continue.
Yeah, a lot of people thinking about them.
Yes, Samantha, thank you.
Well, Jim Irsay had certainly been open for years about his battles with addiction. He wanted to help other people going through similar issues.
He helped start the Colts mental health campaign that's called Kicking the Stigma. This is aimed at providing resources for people who are dealing with troubles with their mental health. Since its founding in 2020, Kicking the Stigma has committed more than $30 million to mental health groups, awareness efforts, and also research, giving out more than $7 million in grants to mental health nonprofits.